Hi, this is Chris Hart, business consultant and author of Bob, the Business Operations Blueprint. You're about to view a clip from the Bob Financial Plan chapter. In this clip, we'll be talking about why a financial plan is a lot more fun than a budget and how to easily make one. Our lesson today is going to be the Bob Financial Plan, and we're going to be talking about how to make a plan for our money and how to execute that plan. You'll see on the Bob graphic here that we're working on the left side of Bob's pectoral region. You notice that the financial plan is right next to our goals and objectives because, you know, if we're going to set a goal, we've got to have the money to accomplish that. And if we want goals and objectives that are going to take us down the road, we've got to be adequately funded for that. So we're going to talk about using our money today and how to really be successful with it. You know, the question that we have on this slide here is, you know, why do we have to have a financial plan? I went in and worked with a client once, and he said, Chris, listen, I don't need all those plans and spreadsheets and stuff. I just sit down and write checks until the money's all gone. I said, I know, but we can do a lot better than that. We need to have a good view into where your money's going, and we need to know if we're accomplishing the plan that we have. But so often money is a real negative in our both running our own organizations, or helping our clients run theirs, or running our own department. Is, you know, sometimes we feel like victims of our finances, and that can happen in lots of different ways, of which I'm pretty sure everybody on this call has had some of these experiences. You know, the daily cash flow requirements, there's just not enough income to cover those. That can cause stress and worry in our life. Everything seems expensive. Every time we get ready to go do something, to execute a new initiative in our organization, it just seems like it always takes more than we think it should and more than we originally planned. And there are so many competing demands for our income. It's just everybody has their hand out. Everybody's got a great idea. You know, there's all kinds of wild promises being made. And, you know, so there's no shortage of opportunities to put our money into different places. And then, you know, well, I know we're working hard. We have some money coming in, but are we making any progress? And that's one of the most strong points for having a financial plan, is that we're going to make a plan, we're going to measure against it, and then we can celebrate our success. Or, you know what, if we missed it, then we're going to have some areas that we can go back in and look at and see what went wrong and what we want to adjust and how we can modify things so that we are successful. When you have a clear, simple financial plan, this enables you to be victorious in your finances. Now, we all probably want to go to the next level in our finances, and perhaps you're in a personal cash flow situation today that feels oppressive and just depressing to you. But when you make a plan, even if it's modest, even if it's entry level, even if it's with just a few dollars, when you have a plan and you execute it, it makes you feel like $1,000,000. And I chose that metaphor intentionally. It makes you feel like, you know what, I'm in charge here. I'm not a victim. And so often I get engagements with my clients because they're just beat down about the money. They just seem like there's no way out. They're in a death spiral. There's nothing they can do. And so what I say is, let's make a simple plan. Let's plan some baby steps. Let's measure those, and then have a pizza party when we accomplish them. You know, we want to celebrate our small successes. Now, a financial plan helps us to increase the net worth of your organization. And we're going to talk a good bit about this in our chapter today. Is as we go along, we don't want to just pass money through our hands. You know, I've been part of organizations, and we literally brought in millions a year, but the same amount went out, and we weren't building our net worth. We weren't increasing our assets. We weren't decreasing our liabilities. We weren't adding to the net worth of the organization. And this can be true in our personal lives also, and it's a great place to start with a financial plan. You can have a tremendous income. You can have 2 or 3 full career incomes in your family, but if you're not adding to your net worth, then you're just passing money through. What that might look like personally is, are you adding to your retirement accounts?
Are you whittling down your debts, ahead of schedule? That's when you're actually increasing your net worth, and that's how you actually accumulate wealth. And then what's so important is that we have fun doing this. We've been given stewardship over this money that's been placed in our hands through fiduciary responsibilities of our clients or income that's come into us, and we want to have fun spending this money. Frankly, we want to give it an assignment so that that money goes right back up and helps us accomplish our goals and our objectives, which help us to accomplish the mission statement of our organization and the vision statement. Budgets is a word that is negative for most everybody I know. So let's just be honest and admit that, that we hate the word budgets. Probably because at some time somebody said, well, you know what? You're going to be on a budget. You're going to be restricted on what you can spend. You're over budget. Those are all words that have rung around in our heads. So you notice I just take it out, other than referring to it here, that I don't say we got to set up a budget. We are setting up a financial plan. We are not going to be slaves to our budgets. A financial plan instead will give our dollars an assignment. We're going to say, dollars, I am assigning you to go and accomplish this in my organization. And these are going to be tools, and they're going to be power tools. The more money you have, the bigger tools that you have to accomplish the objectives and goals of yourself, your personal finances, and your organization's finances. And this plan is going to be a set of rails that we can run on. We're going to make a track, and we're going to say, you know what? We're going to put this money on a track, and it's going to end up someplace that we predetermined. It takes you away from saying, well, I got a little money to spend. We'll see how this all works out. Well, it may or may not work out well if you don't have a plan. Again, these help you to facilitate accomplishing your goals. Now, you're going to hear me say this on probably every time that we're together, because this is the single most reason that plans fail. They're too complicated. You can't figure out how you're supposed to measure it. It's hard to understand. This, like every other component of your business operation blueprint and the one that you help other people's make, it has to be easy to understand. It's got to be simple to maintain and easily accessible, because we know that otherwise you just won't use it. And then you spend all this time and energy into creating a plan that's just going to sit in some binder and collect dust and not be of any value to you. I'd much rather you have a one-page plan that you use than a 30-page complicated spreadsheet that you never even touch, because we've got to have a plan and we've got to be able to use it.
The video clip you just viewed is from one of the 12 chapters of Bob, the Business Operations Blueprint. Each Bob chapter is laid out in an easy-to-read presentation format and comes with a full set of digital files that include worksheets, registers, templates, and certificates that you will use over and over again to develop your own customized Bob. Your Business Operation Blueprint will help you run your organization more profitably, more productively, and enable you to have a whole lot more fun along the way.